In June of 2021, I discovered after 35 years of marriage that I was HIV positive with a diagnosis of AIDS because of my compromised immune system. After learning of this news from a failed life insurance application, the difficult decision was made for my husband and I to separate. This was not the ending I imagined for our story, but I saw the faithfulness of God in a million different ways. For years, I shared the home my husband and I owned together on my personal blog, letting readers see a glimpse of simple projects and major renovations. Because of the new direction in our marriage, we put our dearly loved home up for sale. Unbelievably, we had 2 buyers fall through, and our home was on the market for 3 months. The first buyer lost his job a couple of days before closing. An investment company fell through about an hour before the contract was to proceed. We spent a lot of time and money making sure the next buyer made it to closing. For weeks, I was focused on next steps. Where will I live? Should I rent or buy? What does the future look like? All the decisions. I was wrecked, both personally and physically, a shell of the woman I used to be. I was determined to find a new home where my dog Carson and I could live comfortably and happily. On July 30th of the same year, I purchased a little cottage I've been turning into home sweet home, step by step, day by day. Moving into my own home stretched me as I learned to do things that I'd never done before. I had sweet friends and a son who helped me with many of the projects required to set up a home. I started healing and allowing God in the broken places in my heart. Through it all, I learned to make mistakes, trust my instincts, and pray without ceasing. You can't see the nail holes where I didn't get it right the first time or the second or third. I just see where I tried and accomplished something new. There are lessons for all of us in my small little cottage. Honestly, I feel blessed to be loved so well by my friends and family. I've shed more tears than I thought possible. I'm praying in this next season that God is going to do amazing things. And that's been the prayer of my heart for these last 2 years. My divorce is final, and you can watch all my videos on YouTube or TikTok and learn about my HIV story. It took 2 years of healing for me to go public with this diagnosis. My desire to be a real and transparent light for Jesus took a turn I was not expecting. While I still love my home decor blog and share simple home ideas and inspiration, my heart's desire is to also convince you that you can do hard things too. In this present moment, I have to let go of what could have been and believe that what is will one day be a beautiful story of God's redeeming work. I don't have to understand why all things happen. I just have to believe God is bigger than I can see and accept His ways are not my ways. Life is rarely easy, and God gave me a phrase as I processed and grieved this divorce. With divorce, there is no funeral and burial where life is celebrated. There is just ongoing pain and deep disappointment in our humanity. I never wanted divorce to be my story, but the diagnosis took it out of my hands. Yet, I can look back on these last 2 years and see the growth I've experienced and the hand of God on my life. God is still good, even when our circumstances aren't. So do I believe that HIV and my faith can coexist together? Absolutely. My faith is what sustains me during this HIV diagnosis and the battle to regain my health. As always, I'm sending hope and much love to each of you.